That's actually better as well. That's nicer than the other one. Give it, that's her dad. Oh, hello.
Where are we going?
Hello. Okay, here we go. So, where do we want to start? Follow up? This week's video or follow up from last week's video?
Let's follow up to what we've done and no, tell them what's coming up. So.
Okay, so this week, no Porsche video. This week, straight up, back to bodywork. So body filler video. So we tried to make it really short. What are we at? I think we're at 10 minutes?
About 10 minutes, yeah.
10-minute video, just how to put body filler on accurately. And it's going to save you so many hours of sanding. I mean, eventually, I don't know you guys are into Porsches or fabrication or whatever, but eventually we're all doing bodywork at some point. Be smart about putting your filler on very accurately and just cut out that bulk sanding time. So this week's video, short 10-minute video, tech tip, straight to the point, how to be really smart with your body filler, super efficient, not as exciting as Porsche, but save you tens and tens, hundreds of hours doing bodywork. So that's what's coming up this Sunday.
Yep.
And Resto Finish gave us their new number 3 filler, which is going to be released next week or the week after. Yep. So we use that one in the video, which is it's an addition. So there's 1, 2, and 3 body fillers. So thanks to Resto Finish for giving us that for the filming of the video.
And we will be doing a Porsche video for the next week.
Yes. Fun stuff too. Actually starting to move ahead and fabricate things with the Porsche video.
What do we got?
So last week we did a pillar and we made a whole bunch of cardboard templates.
Well, we got to hang in the doors.
We hung the doors.
Touched on some cardboard templates.
Yep. So we've been making more cardboard templates as well. There's half the tools in there. So we're starting to mess around with this B pillar, something like this. Like this. So starting to get ready to put some strength back into this corner. So more cardboard templates. They're all off getting laser cut at the moment. So as soon as they're back from laser cutting, we can fabricate this corner and we can fabricate that corner. So that's our goal for the next video. Also, we've had some questions about our doors because we're going to do a process different with our doors. Then we're going to put new skins on the doors, which we mentioned. These doors, you can see they're primed at the moment. They're halfway through. So at the parallel, we're halfway through filming a complete video on doors, and that's going to be very cool. I think it's very cool. It's different. It's not your traditional grab a door skin and fold it over the edges. It's completely, I don't know how to explain it, making the door perfect, then making a pattern or a mold or a fixture or a jig, and making the door skin back out of the fixture so that the door skin's made out of a perfect thing straight away.
So these are the original doors, but they were terrible. So you've bodyworked them.
Oh yeah, there's a fill. Yep. These are like full wedding cake doors.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
So they're halfway through filming the doors. So probably I'd say around, it's probably going to be a while.
It's a big process.
It's in the process when we get to it.
Yeah.
But we got some bits coming in. So a few people have lent us some bits, which are really good. You could see I was just messing around with this. We need to start looking at making a window opening. This is just a trial piece. But we had packages from Colombia come in. Not really Colombia. Should I wait for that compressor to stop? Here we go. Compressor's done. So this is what we need to aim for. I need to aim for a window. That's the other side. Grab the other one. You can tell that our donor roof is missing somewhat a lot. It's missing all this section, and even these pillars have been cut off short. So we need to extend the pillars down, and we need to shape or do all the metal work here. So what we need to do is hang some windows, if I can ever get this to fit in there, like this. You can see we're missing an inch here, and probably 2 inches, inch and a half here, and this whole, I'm going to call that a windowsill. This whole windowsill area we don't have. And now that our doors are hung, we need to work off the bottom edge of this glass to get that line to run through, like in side view in the car. So thanks to our good friend Jason, he has lent us a set of these. He has made some, what do you want to call these? You can call these whatever you want. Template, buck, armature, frame, jig, fixture, whatever. He has lent us some of these. So now we get to clamp these into our roof, and not only does it give us the window opening shape, but inside profile, it also gives us the shape of the recorder. So we can fabricate our piece of sheet metal, our windowsill around here, and extend our pillar down. So next time we throw the roof back on the car, we can use all that for alignment and then hang our recorders. And then eventually we'll work our way around to the back of this. I've had another friend do something for us. Brad, he has templated one of the another C. He has templated this whole corner for us in paper template, so that we can get all of this shape into our boot opening, our window frame and everything, because we're missing this whole corner on our car. So that's in the mail. So that'll be in the next Porsche video. I don't know if we get to this or not. Coming up in a video,
at some point.
We've got all this to fabricate, and it's all going to be done off templates and paper templates that friends and people have mailed and sent to us. As an example, I've got one that Peter sent to us. So I've got 3 different people giving us bits of information here. So you can see here, here's a paper template that's taken off a car.
So that's this section.
Yeah, it's that section upside down. So it would be that one over there, actually. So here's another one. We've just been messing around, having a bit of a practice figuring out the best way to do this. So if we drop that in here, effectively, that's the paper pattern of that out of a car. So like this one, this makes up this side of the car. That's not going to fit at the moment, but it's because it overlaps in this corner, but you get the idea. We need to start with that, because as we build our B pillar, anyway, it's probably too much because this is coming up. This is the Porsche video, the main video that we really want to make and get into and everything else.
Yeah.
So we had another question on the 356, and that was
The heat
treating the aluminium.
Yep.
We haven't forgotten that. We are going to be doing that. We really want to cover that because that's really cool. It's a really interesting thing to do post heat treating the aluminium. Problem is, our first thought was we're just going to throw this in an oven. Where do you get an oven big enough to put a car in? Powder coaters. So powder coaters run, I think, at like 220, 240C. They run their ovens. That has to be baked out at least 180. So that was the original plan. And then as we were researching that, we realised all the heat treating that's already been done, if it gets heat treated a second time, it overages and becomes brittle. So we can't do that. So we have to isolate the heat treating just down to our localised repair. So I think we've come up with a real novel way to do that. Very low buck, low spec, low budget, can do it home with basic stuff, way to do it. So we will feature that in a upcoming video as well, heat treating that aluminium.
So haven't forgotten, just haven't got to it yet.
Yes, haven't got to it. There's heaps going on. There's so much to do on this car. And again, I hate saying this because I don't want to say it like an excuse, but ultimately we do only work on this thing 1 day a week. And we might sneak a few hours here and there and order some parts, but we've got another business to run. If we could get on this thing more full time, it'd be nuts. It'd be so much fun. Okay, so just please be patient. We're going to get these things done as we get through them. But we haven't forgotten the heat treating. That is coming up. What else we got?
Thinking. What's in that parcel from Colombia?
That's empty.
Oh, that's not very exciting.
I found it on the beach. The goodness. No, that was the window jigs, fixtures. Laser cutting. Yes, door hinges. So, I don't know if you noticed in the video, look at all these packers in these door hinges. And one thing that is always torture with bodywork in cars is taking doors on and off and alignment. And traditionally for decades, with dowel pins, something like the Cuda over the back there, on the door hinges, it's got 2 dowel pins through every hinge. So once the car's aligned, like once it's the final stages of bodywork, you drill a couple of dowel pins through the hinge and it locates it. And it means you can pull the car apart 100 times, put it back together, 2 dowel pins, locates perfectly. And it's good once the final stages are there. But early stages like this, like we're not ready to commit, even though we want to set the door as accurate as we can and we want to commit so we can build the car, we can't commit 100%. I'm not confident enough yet to drill a full dowel pin through that hinge. So come up with these little plates. Might be a little bit hard to explain. We'll probably feature this in a main video, but all we've done is that's the nut plate that floats behind the sheet metal, which is the threaded. So normally you have like a cage nut. So it's the whole hinge plate's going to be cage nutted behind the sheet metal. Added this little hole here. I'm going to put a thread in that. Then we've cut a whole bunch of shims, which we'll come back to the shims in a minute. The shims are going to have a clearance hole. This sits on top of the sheet metal, but underneath the door hinge itself. And I think I've come up with a way where we can bolt the door on, shim it. So back to the shims. These are all in 0.4mm increments. So I've got a whole stack of shims here, so we can pack out the door and shim it. If we can get it within 0.4, it's within polyester thickness. But we'll try and go a little bit finer than that in detail. But for setup, under 0.5 mil is pretty good to rough out to get our sheet metal pretty good. Anyway, we'll put the shims under here. And we'll have a clearance hole in our door hinge with a grub screw. And what it means is we can do our nuts up on our hinge, shuffle our door around to where we want it, lock it down, get it tight. Then we can come inside of the door hinge, do a grub screw up. The grub screw will clamp all of the shims and the nut plate, lock it in position. Then we can unbolt the door and the nut plate and shims will stay in place. They won't fall out, they won't move. So for setup, that one grub screw will be like a little mini clamp set and clamp it all together. So first time I've done that, but I reckon that'd be pretty cool because it just saves a bunch of screwing around. And then these things, you've seen how many packers are in that thing. It's just nuts. So hopefully we can just get some repeatability in locating. And Evan just reminded me, thank you. This stuff, if I run out of breath, this stuff here, thanks to Jason again, when those window frames turned up, this was in the box. So Jason's gifted us all this stuff. It's all original Porsche jewelry to put onto the car. So there's a whole bunch of stuff we were missing. So that was pretty cool. So thanks, Jason. That was an awesome surprise to get those bits. It was going to help us with the front end there to get some nice details on that. That's it. So I don't know if I took a breath, but that's where we're at.
So yeah, 7 o'clock Sunday.
Body filler.
All about applying body filler.
Not the most exciting topic, but something we do in depth a lot, especially in our bodywork classes. The bigger picture is being super efficient and cut down a huge amount of sanding. Just, you'll see in the video, just get really, just get really smart in the way you can.
On application. Yeah.
Just really smart, really accurate on application, and it will just save you so much time, just gives you so much more control when you're doing your bodywork.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm just going to start working on this car now, and we'll be filming it, and we'll get it in the next video.
All right. See you next week.